City Series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the 2023 Reimagined White Cement Jordan 3 scheduled to release Saturday, March 11th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on the shoe, and then we'll talk about release predictions, reseller predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it.
Got a couple little glue stains down here on the elephant print. I know that's nothing unusual. Leather quality on these looks good. You know, it always varies, pair to pair, shoe to shoe, but I've seen other pairs of these, and overall the quality looks good. You know, I'm sure there's a pair or two, or well, more than that out there that is going to have some factory defects, but like I said, for the most part, you can expect most pairs of these to, you know, not have that problem. They also come with the OG style Nike Air hang tag. They got this beige tint on the midsole to give them a vintage, aged look. For those of y'all who watch me regularly, you know how I feel about that. Or if you watch my black and white ones review in full, you heard me talk about that. But yeah, I ain't gonna get into that right now. I will discuss it towards the end of the video. So you can expect the cuts and the overall shape of the shoe to be just like the 2022 Fire Red 3s. And I know they've applied that shape to numerous other retros like Dark Iris 3s, the Wizards 3s that are dropping next month. I know there's plenty others that I'm not thinking of right now, but a lot of 3s have been getting the OG style shape. But the reason I related to the Fire Reds is because the Fire Reds and now these are the only two OG colorways who've gotten this new OG inspired shape so far. Now I've arrived at my favorite part of the shoe, the back. Got the Nike Air logos. And I gotta say, beige tint or not, from back here, these look nice. They got white interior, and it kind of almost looks like towel-like. You know what I mean? But it really isn't. Back side of the tongue and the insoles are red, and they got the black Nike Air logo. Here's the sole. Also has the beige tint on it. The box these come in is pretty much identical to the box that the Fire Red 3s came in, just with the reimagined look. You see on the edges of the lid, it looks like the paint is wearing off. Even on the inside, they did the same thing. So on the edges of this too, you know, all inside here as well, all in the bottom. But it really is like the same as the Fire Red. I mean, down to the paper, the little pamphlet, it's really just like the same box. So yeah, inside they got the OG3s pamphlet. So it shows each layer of the shoe: upper, sock liner, air unit, midsole, outsole, and then it has an explanation of each part over here, you know, on the right. And here's the box label: Air Jordan 3 Retro, Summit White, Fire Red, and Black. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now let's talk about them.
These are okay, but honestly, I'm gonna pass on them. I know that may be surprising to some people, but to be honest, I actually never really liked white cement 3s like that. And it's funny because the black cement 3s is my favorite Jordan 3s ever, but the white cements just never really did it for me. I mean, if you put them on with the right fit, they do look nice. Like, I could body these with numerous fits actually, but just the shoe alone by itself just doesn't really excite me. I always thought white cements were pretty mid. Like, they're not ugly, but they are the worst OG Jordan 3 colorway in my opinion. Then on top of that, they got the fake age look on them. As a longtime sneakerhead and basketball fan, I'm into all the OG shit. Original Jordan colorways and shapes and stuff, but I always thought the purposely aged look on a new shoe was stupid. Now, although I dislike the idea in general, it actually doesn't look bad on these. It serves these a lot better than it did the Lost and Founds. I don't know if the beige just goes better with the, you know, the neutral colors, being that this is a white base shoe, and maybe the Chicago's just having all that red in it just didn't really, I mean, these have red in it too, but y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I think the cream with the white just goes a little bit better than all that red and then the cream on top of it. I mean, I don't know, but regardless, the age look fits these better, and it also could be because of the collar, because that was really my least favorite part of the Lost and Founds. I'm not even trying to spend too much time going in on those right now, but y'all heard me say in other videos, like, I passed on those literally because of that stupid fake age look. But yeah, conceptually, I still can't stand it, but appearance-wise on these, it doesn't look bad. Now, putting my personal preferences and opinion on the fake age look aside, I must say, overall, they did a really nice job on this retro. Pretty much everything is on point with the OG, good quality. I mean, anybody who likes white cement 3s and doesn't mind the reimagined look couldn't really ask for more. Now, one thing that's been a little bit shocking to me is the demand for these. I know there's always demand for white cement 3s, like I know they always resell well, but like since when do people like white cement 3s this much? And I'm not just being biased because I'm not a fan of them personally. I mean, the free throw line pair was hype, but I attribute that to them being an All-Star Weekend release. NBA All-Star Weekend always adds hype to whatever Jordans they putting out that week or that weekend. You know what? I guess people were on the 2013 pair as well. Now that I'm thinking back on it, people were kind of on those. So maybe this actually isn't an all of a sudden kind of thing, but like, I seen people comparing these to the Lost and Founds. And maybe people are just doing that because they both got the reimagined treatment, but like, Chicago 1s is one of the most hype OG Jordan colorways ever. Like, I feel like years ago, this wouldn't have even been a comparison. Definitely not during the Jordan 1s era. You know, like 2016 and like 2020 where 1s were like at their peak of hype. Yeah, like it definitely wouldn't have been a comparison then. But even before that, where 1s weren't as hype as they were during that era, I don't know, because I mean, I guess before that people were sleeping on 1s, but I still feel like people knew what was up with the Chicago 1s. Like, it's a very iconic shoe, and not that this isn't, but I just felt like Chicago 1s was always on a different level than these. Like, they are like the OG, you know what I mean? But yeah, leave a comment, let me know what your opinion is. But yeah, anyway, these have a lot of hype on them, a little bit more than I expected. I've heard different stories about the stock numbers on these. Some have said the stock's gonna be high, some have said the stock's gonna be low. I don't know what's true or not, but regardless of how many pairs of these are made, they're gonna be tough to cop on release day. Nike did a shock drop on the sneakers app back on the 23rd, so some people were able to get pairs from that, but either way, you'll be lucky to get these for retail on the 11th. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's gonna be impossible or that there's only gonna be like, you know, a couple of pairs. Like, it's not gonna be like that, but a lot of people are gonna be going for them. So all my resellers should be drooling over these. If you have clientele, this is a guaranteed almost $100 in profit per pair. And with that being the case, I know people who run bots are gonna go hard for these too. You know, with a bot, you have to pay for the bot. You gotta pay for like all that extra stuff that goes with setting the bot up. So like, I know for certain releases, if the shoe isn't selling over a certain amount, it's not worth it for the botters. I know everybody has a different situation, but I know a lot of y'all probably seen that TikTok or reel or whatever that was going around where somebody botted a bunch of pairs of True Blue 1s and lost, like, I think they said 20K or something like that. Like, not only are those under retail, but that person, they had to pay for shipping, tax if they live in a state that taxes closing sneakers, and they also had to pay for like the proxies and, you know, probably a server and all that other stuff for the bot. So yeah, being that these are, like I said, an easy almost $100 per pair, that's definitely worth it for everybody. Everybody's gonna be on these. Market's around like 300 to 350 right now with men's sizes, and I think they'll stay around there until the day of release. I'm expecting the market on these to jump up like $20 or so, at least for the day, because what happens is on a lot of these releases, especially a hype release that a lot of people really want, as soon as people take their L on the sneakers app, they jump right over to their favorite reselling app, eBay, Goat, StockX, whatever, and they buy them right away. And there's a lot of people who do that. So all those people doing that drives the price up. And that's why the prices usually on a lot of releases go up right after they sell out. It's because of people doing that. Now the price should go back down to around like what it is now, probably a couple of days after release. If a shoe is that hype, they may jump up on release day and just stay up and just keep going up from there. I don't know if these have that much hype, but they actually might. So I wouldn't be surprised if these jump up to like 320 to 370 depending on size, and then just kind of never look back. But I do have a feeling they'll jump up, you know, like I said, like $20, trickle back down a little bit, and then from there just start going back up and never look back. Previous White Cement 3 retros have been great holds over the years, and I'm sure these will be also. So resellers, you're good whether you sell these now or later. You'll definitely make more money if you hold on to them for a while, but time is money, so it really depends on how you look at it. If you're still watching this video at this point, I really appreciate you, and I'm wishing you the best of luck in getting these in your size for retail. If this video was helpful or informative in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're interested in more early reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel. Just make sure you tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.